Hi, how you doing tonight? Diane Martino here. Just clearing and cleansing. Still talking about hygiene. Last week I talked about energy hygiene. So I thought I'd get a little more in depth. You can see all my videos at Diane's Art and Soul on YouTube. And all my information to get in touch with me is in the links below of whatever you're watching. So I really felt drawn to talk to you about hygiene and hygiene of your food and your digestive hygiene. Oh, I started teaching this so many years ago because, as I've mentioned before, I've had 5 abdominal surgeries. I had a horrible digestive system. I was very overweight and always bloated and things like that. So when I came into this field that I'm in now of holistic health, wellness, yoga therapy, and art, I always do art, creative whales, right? So I'm always talking about the creative whales, wellness, healing, ascension, love, energy, enthusiasm, spirit, and your soul. It's all connected. We're all connected. And that's what the whales are a lot about, the energy of the whales. So anyway, back to eating, food, and digestive hygiene. I used to do a lot of workshops and talks on this when I was working at different out at different yoga studios. They'd have me come in and talk about this because I live this. And I'm actually sprouting today. I do my own sprouts. It's really inexpensive. It's so easy. And you just have to make sure you get organic sprouts. The reason being that a lot of seeds and even seeds that are planted by farmers are GMO. If you don't know what that is, it's genetically modified organisms. And I used to tell this story a lot when I did workshops about the reason they created, you can't find a lot of this stuff online anymore. Imagine that. Imagine that. But they created the seeds GMO'd because when bugs ate them or ate the plant, I believe it was wheat. That's why you should be really careful about the breads you eat. When the bugs ate the wheat plant, the bugs' stomachs would explode and they would die. And then they fed us this wheat. So they don't call it GMO'd. Now it's just regular bread. Now you have to look for organic, right? When I was growing up, because I'm kind of up there in age, and when I was growing up, everything was organic back in the 60s and 70s, as far as I can remember, and from what I hear. And then back in the 80s, I was working in rock and roll, and I really didn't care much about anything but rock and roll. So anyway, I've lived on both sides of the coin, but now I'm on the holistic and the healthy and the mindful side of the coin. It's taking me into better attitude and better mental awareness and, feeling good. So anyway, food has a lot to do with that. So about 25 years ago, I started researching on my own. I was drawn to find out about herbs and other things besides what I was being shown that could help me heal my stomach issues. Like I said, lots of stomach surgeries. 2 of them were removal of scar tissue, which develops from 2 operations I had when I was in my 20s. So healthy eating really saved my life. The last operation I had, the doctor was very surprised that my breathing was so good and I healed so quickly. And That was about 2011. So I was doing all these things for over 10 years already. I've learned how to sprout my own food, as I said, and dehydrate food at a temperature so the enzymes are still active. And we need enzymes as we get older to digest our food. And when they process and do all this stuff, all the enzymes are out. Okay, so why buy organic? Have you ever heard of glyphosate? Glyphosate is the name of something called Roundup. And it's a chemical that kills gut bacteria, causes cancer, it disrupts our hormones, and it inhibits the plant's enzyme. So if it's inhibiting the plant's enzyme, we're not getting any nutritional value from a plant. So that happens from not only the pesticides, but all the chemicals and the additives that they put in your food. So if you're buying things, a lot of things in boxes and processed, you're having a lot of chemicals, pesticides, and additives. So always read your labels. The less ingredients that, and the ones you can pronounce that are organic, the healthier it is. And I know we can't always do organic, but we do the best we can. So, yeah, so the story about the bugs' stomachs exploding always really left a visual. So all these tiny bugs are eating food, their stomachs exploding, and people wonder why they have leaky gut and bloating and things like that. Think about that, right? So I always say go for more organics. If you have a farmer's market near you, that's always great. Here in New Jersey, we have some really great farmers markets where they're not certified organic, but they have organic practices. The technocracy has made it such that it's so expensive to be organic. And yeah, so they have to do what they can. So talk to your local farmers and distributors, because I think we'll be needing them in the future. And I have a little window box I grow. I didn't grow a lot of vegetables this year, but I have a little window box, and I don't put any pesticides in it. And I have organic salad. So not a lot, but I have some. So yeah, more greens. Greens help to alkalize the body. So you want to alkalize the body because nothing heals in an acid state. So acid states are like sugars, different breads, candies, cookies, cakes, and I know we all like those things, but just keep in mind that nothing heals in an acid state. So if you're trying to heal your gut and digestive issues, and I know about digestive issues, so that's why I'm here tonight to talk to you about this. So I'm not 100% angel, but 95% of the time it makes me feel amazing. And it's good for my head. Your head feels better. You can think clearer because your stomach's not in pain, or you don't have gurgling or whatever else goes on in people's stomachs. So yeah, more organics and greens. And like I said, sprouts, the enzymes in sprouts, you could live off sprouts for quite a while. Who knows? We might have to do that someday, live off of sprouts. The enzymatic quality of a broccoli sprout, right? The little broccoli sprout. I think it has like 100 times more nutrition than an actually mature organic broccoli, right? I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I've talked about this in past lectures that I've given on food, and people have asked me to give lectures because they know I do this. So anyway, yeah, sprouts, they're enzymatically packed. They have so much nutrients in them, you could live off them. And they help to strengthen your cells, your immune system. They're an amazing, amazing product. I take a stem cell patch called X39 daily, which has helped me greatly with my digestion. We don't make any medical claims, but my hair is growing in. I feel great. I have a lot of energy. So if you're ever interested, The link is in the below information, so, or you can contact me. So yeah, enzymes and sprouts. Sprouts are great. I have a great little blend I make. And yeah, you order them by the pound and you get this much sprouts for like a tablespoon that's soaked in water, and then you watch them grow. And it's really cool. You're eating something that's actually alive. I do not eat animal. I haven't for a long time, but that's a personal preference. Some people eat meat, and I think it should be grass-fed. There's some local farmers that do their own thing with their meat. You can go find a local farmer, organic, instead of shot up with hormones and antibiotics, like the, what do they call it? The factory farmed animals that are sold in the supermarkets. And what I'm hearing, they're putting things in them that are not really fit for human consumption. So I would be careful about where you purchase your food these days. So anyway, distilled water. I'm a big distilled water user. I've been using distilled water since 2020, and I actually have my own water distiller in my house. So yeah, I use distilled water. No, it has no minerals in it, but the minerals actually calcify your muscles and your tissue, and that's why sometimes people get arthritis. And I have to say, since I've been taking my X39, I paint a lot, and my hands are just so much more limber, and I'm back to an hour yoga practice 5 times a week before I go to work, and life is good. So lemon water. So I wanted to talk to you about lemon water. So I get lemon. Sometimes I can't always get organic, but what I do is I rinse them in distilled vinegar, white vinegar, and I spray them because vinegar is acidic, so it cleans the chemicals off of them. And I clean them good with filtered water from my tap. Cut them up, and I might squeeze the lemons, maybe squeeze maybe 3, and I'll put them in a little jar. So I just pour it in the morning, since if I don't have time, but I'm still doing lemon water every morning. But what I do after I have something to show you. After I do the squeezing of the few lemons or limes, I like limes, I put them in a pitcher and I add distilled water to it. So here's my distilled water and lemon today. So that's what I'm drinking tonight. I make sure it's about 3 hours after I've had food, because I don't want it turning to acid in my body. But lemons and limes are alkalizing. First thing in the morning, it alkalizes your body. So that's why it's great to drink lemon water, lime water. And I drink a lot of water on my stem cell patches. So this is actually an old pitcher. I don't drink Bacardi, but this is a very old pitcher, glass pitcher that I use, and has a great meaning for me. So I do use it, not because of the Bacardi, but it used to be somebody's that used to be my husband's. So anyway, yeah, so distilled water and lemon. And also what I do, because for me, this is not recommended for anybody, for everybody, but I do intermittent fasting. So say I have my last meal at 6 o'clock at night, I finish eating at 6. I might not eat the next morning until like noon, right? So that's 6 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, so a number of hours later, it's almost 18 hours. Right? Why? Because it gives your body a chance to digest all the food. And I have a very slow digestive system since I've had so much surgery. And as we get older, we have slower digestion. So I do lots of other things, and I'm just giving you a basis tonight of things that you could get started on. I coach people and counsel people on all these things, on energetic hygiene, on food and digestive hygiene. And I'll be doing another talk on thought hygiene, keeping your thoughts clear, right? And that has a lot to do with the breathing and things that I've talked about. So yeah, so one thing I want to just read you a little list of things to have none of, or start to cut out of your diet, which are very dangerous for the human system because we don't digest these things. They're made for us not to digest them. I don't know why, but that's a story for another day. So hydrogenated oils. Hydrogenated oils heat to a temperature, I think, of 300 degrees. Now, our body is 98.6. So how do you think those hydrogenated oils are digesting in your system? They clog your arteries, all those fast food things. And I know they put a lot of hydrogenated oils in cookies and things like that, because I love cookies. Yes, we all have our little weaknesses, but we keep them in check. And packaged foods. For some reason, they put them in certain foods that really don't need them. So again, read your labels. And fried foods. I know they use a lot of soybean oil, and soybean oil is not easily digested either. Also, when oil is heated to a certain level, it's known to cause cancer. So heated oils, high fructose corn syrup, that's pretty nasty stuff. It actually raises your glucose insulin levels. So me personally, I just use organic honey. And if I do master cleanse, I use maple syrup. Very rarely will I use sugar. And late night eating. I used to be really, really, really guilty of that. Really guilty of that. But that's when I weighed 200 pounds. So lesson learned. So yeah, those are some things I would not recommend at all in your system. So if you'd like a list of this or a private, just like a one-on-one how-to consultation on how you could get started, if I'd be the right person to help you, get in touch with me. I do one-on-one counseling and I'd love to help you out. Like I said, I've been doing this over 23 years and I love what I do. I live what I do. I'm not perfect, but 98% of the times I follow these rules because it makes me feel awesome. And again, these days I'm taking stem cell patches, which are really affordable. Some people use supplements. I take 1 or 2 supplements, not regularly, but I do take pine pollen extract and DHA algae oil from a lovely company that I like to use. And so, yeah, if you'd like any more information or you're not sure about something I said, get in touch with me. My link's below, and we could do a one-on-one consult to see what you would like some further assistance in, because that's what I'm here to do, to help people on the planet. So that's it for our food and digestive hygiene tonight. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be on our thought hygiene, our mental hygiene. How do we keep our mind clear? Because when our mind's clear, we're more able to focus on things I just spoke about and to understand about our energy hygiene and working on deeper levels of the body. So thanks for coming by tonight. It was really great seeing people. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you take 1 or 2 things that I've talked about tonight, whether it's the lemon water every morning, the distilled water, the organic food, the organic sprouts, sprouting your own sprouts. I will show you how to do that one night. I just started a couple of jars of sprouts myself because they're really yummy, especially the broccoli sprouts. They're like nice and spicy. So thanks again for coming, and I hope to see you all soon. And I wish you a namaste. I wish you peace and love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. See you soon. Bye.